Okay. We have Laz on Roamer. The technical difficulties is subbed out tonight. Bot mode on demos, skis on medic. It's the same team from last season. I believe they got second place. Yeah, they did. A solid team. It's cool that they're keeping the same 6 players. Sumnish. Some of these players are like really like powerhouses. Slemnish is, in my opinion, the best scout in America. Laz has some of the best mechanics in the world. Jays, yeah.
This team
sick.
is like pretty much almost certainly going to be at least second place.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think they've improved enough to contest Freyo at all, or?
Them sticking together throughout the entire season is definitely like a help in their case. I've watched some streams. They've played Froyo pretty close on some maps and taken some maps off of them. So if they make it to grand finals, which after some of these matches with like the teams contending 3rd and 4th, I feel like Ascent's gonna make it to grand finals, but it'll be at least much closer than it was last season. Maybe even potentially a second best of 3. But
last season wasn't close at all. Absolutely not. That was kind of a rickroll. But and I remember like even a couple seasons ago, like back when Swift NA was a thing, I remember Swift taking scrims off Freyo all the time. And come finals time, it didn't matter at all, dude.
Yeah. It definitely helps that well, now you can ban maps whenever you want, but the control over the maps definitely helps, cuz like there's like no chance like Freyo's, I don't want to say bad, or like Freyo's weaker on maps like Snakewater, and Ascent's really good on like, at least last season they were really good on propaganda. So like but like Freyo can just use their first 2 round bans for the like playoffs bans on those maps, and it'll be a lot harder for them. But Ascent, and the second season being together, they have more time to learn more maps. So like maybe instead of just being good at Snakewater and propaganda, they'll get good at like some of Freyo's good maps and play them close on that, like Gully Wash or Sunshine, which are probably Freyo's 2 best maps.
So we've got Ascent as like a really strong contender for being second place, almost certainly second place. Hopefully contesting Freyo. On the other hand, we got Not Interested, who I think they've gone through a couple of weird roster things recently. I think weren't they like Rebirth Esports for a second?
No, that's the like Cafe Monster team with AIM. This is last season's Meat Market team. The core of that team plus 3.
So we got Ninja Nick on Medic. Patty, I think, is playing Scout tonight. He was on Soldier before, I believe. Ash on Roamer, Corsa on Scout, and I think May on Demo.
No, they have Stock on Demo.
Okay, there we go. Stock on Demo. Which Stock is a really good player. He's still like, is this his 3rd season of Invite now?
This is his second. He played
even newer than that.
Yeah, he played Invite with King's Crew like a season or 2 ago, and then he played IM, and actually he just won IM last season with a team called Theory of Knowledge. And yeah, this is his return.
But Stock really good. So yeah, I mean, definitely all like really good players over on Not Interested. Definitely not the experience playing together that Ascent has. But I mean, obviously you get names like Corsa. I mean, at one point I know Corsa was being thrown around as maybe the best scout in the world. At some point he was.
Corsa's like a year ago maybe, or maybe even sooner than that, I would have said Corsa's like, if you want a scout to contest Banny with the beam, you get Corsa. Now Sumnus is playing Combo Scout, and I think he's a little better than Corsa. But yeah, this is like the 1989, what's her name, Not Interested?
Not Interested.
Yeah, it's the core of last season's Meat Market, who got 3rd. But
no, really?
Yeah, they did. They beat a Mentality in 3 maps. It was Corsa, Ash, and Ninja Nick played on Meat Market, and they picked up Patty, from Mentality last season, which died this season.
Gotcha. I feel like I just always remember Meat Market just not. Oh, hold on. We're going live.
Yeah,
this is a live game.
It's gaming time.
We're going to mid.
Yeah, I'll let you take this one away, big guy.
Sure. Yeah. So I mean, it'll just be. I feel like Ascent are gonna have some really strong soldier aggression on this gully watch here. It's gonna be like very largely about who gets to mid first, who stuffs the choke.
Yeah, they do have incredible soldiers.
With actually Ash on Patty is on scout. Okay, so yeah, Ash on roaming. Both these we actually got Ash into the drop zone coming up behind Ascent. While Laz just bumps directly in the choke, gonna get directly on the stock, doing a lot of damage, and actually not finding. There we go. The frag's going down now. Not interested, getting cleaned up as they try to get some aggression across the point really early on the mid, but the flank plays from Ascent so much stronger. Jay hitting some really good rockets on the Corsa there, absolutely demolishing from that mid, and very convincing for Ascent there.
Yeah. I saw, I believe it was Ash, or no, Laz, who was trying to get onto the demo of that mid, and he didn't get it, but he brought enough eyes onto him that, like, the scout that was shooting at him wasn't shooting at somebody who was, like, bombing his team or whatever, and they were able to get him through. But now, full ad last push, there's only a level 1 sentry gun. This should be relatively easy for Ascent to get in cleanly here. They do
it looks
have the
like
pyro,
Ascent has the information as well. They should know not to walk into this pyro here.
Pyro's rotating though, what can you do? Laz just sitting on the balcony. Yeah.
Walking into the sticks. Though they do finally use, it's a little early and they're walking into the face of this pyro. Corsa gonna go down towards the tail end of the super really as this already fades. They're gonna get into water and try to get some time on the point, bringing players on, putting spam down out as well. Soldiers bombing on. Laz is just standing there, gonna get taken down by a rocket, but Jay is here on top of the point to put all the spam into the non-interested combo.
It's the best place to stand if you're playing the soldier class. There's just nothing anybody can do because another soldier, I believe it was Kryptonite, tried to jump up onto the ring and they just couldn't do anything. It was Jay was there first.
Yeah, just eaten by all those soldiers coming in through river. On this mid though, not the same aggression plays. We actually have Ash and his soldier buddy Kryptonite coming into the high bombs. Gonna land on the elbow, but not actually finding any frags. They're gonna pick up Slemnish, hiding back at Big Door, but nothing else except for positioning being traded out. Actually, Ninja Nick goes down. Was he stuck in elbow? How did that happen?
Yeah, Laza bombed at the elbow, I believe. And they actually looks like the 1989 teams. They have the better positioning right now. Ascent does have heals though, and they're gonna come up on this uber soon. Ash going up drop down, might be able to get something here. Very low health though. 5.
That was a sad play. Why just really wish he just hit his kill bind at that point. That was really upsetting to watch.
Ninja Nick spawning early, but having none of his players with him, so it's gonna be really big uber descent. Ascent is gonna be able to get both first, mid, and second off this 70% uber ad now. Yeah.
I really felt like Ninja Nick shouldn't have had to die there. He was the first one in his team to die. He was like stuck out an elbow. I'm not sure why the space didn't get made to him for him to really have an effect in that mid, but
they're not capping second.
Yeah, they do have time though. I mean, Ninja Nick is up on 70% now, but they have peaked a little bit from river. They should have some idea of what's going on. This pyro is ready to catch them in the river, and they're rotating to shutter. So this has the potential to be a really strong river. They're already in. This pyro's nowhere to be found. They just have to kill the sentry gun if they want to make anything happen.
Ninja Nick almost up on the super, gonna get caught out by the blue uber though, unfortunately, and so kind of
a really strong river. They had a ton of space to come in right side, but this DM has wound up coming up in not interested's favor. Oh!
Yeah, going into water.
You stand on the point, you win the game. The frags don't matter. It's a fact.
It's true. It's an objective-based gameplay here.
Objectively true.
Let's see if they're going to do anything different this mid.
Ash trying to go for a high bomb, but missing his jump onto the wall. It's actually Jay in with Laz getting right onto the combo, but just going to get eaten. They do find Ninja Nick, but with both soldiers down, there should be some good aggression from not interested. They could make something happen as long as they make their play before the heals come up, and they're not going to be able to make it happen in time. Corsa dying now as well. They tried to get across the point, but there was not nearly enough time to actually find skis, bringing them down to less than half HP. But this is going to be another full ad coming in last.
Skis saying in chat after the last round C9. But yeah, this is This is like, the mids are just so dominant from Ascent that it's just like winning them the rounds. And there's just nothing that, well, pretty much nothing that Not Interested can do. They just have to, they're just stuck at last with 50% Uber descent, always bot mode Ubering in. Through the river, same push that we've seen before, Sumnish and bot mode doing a really good job at keeping them trapped in spawn. Sumnish playing on point, almost uncontested. A scout finally getting onto him. This is actually, no, it was going into the favor of Not Interested for a little bit, but they got the kills that mattered. Incredibly quick half.
I mean, really quick half, but it's hard to say that like 1980 that Not Interested can't pull it out on some level. They just lost. They got completely trashed on every mid. I don't think Ninja Nick survived a single mid that entire time. Ninja Nick died, Skis survived, they walked into last, and their off classes. I mean, Gully Wash is kind of notorious, I feel like, for having a last that really can be easy to stuff on offensive Uber, but it just wasn't happening for Not Interested in. Yeah, pretty much as bad as that could possibly go.
Yeah, this is Ascent, or not Ascent, Not Interested is gonna have to do something incredible to try to get their at least a round on the board, if not the win. Maybe Patty needs to switch class.
Maybe Patty needs to switch class. I feel like there needs to be a whole different like team dynamic happening, especially on these mids where like if Ninja Nick is going to be a little bit slow and is going to get caught out and like in elbow, and if he's going to get caught before he really gets up into the fight, you just need to go for their med as well. Like they wait for Ninja Nick to die, and they wait a good another 3 or 4 seconds before they actually get across the point. So the heals are already going to be way in Ascent's favor at that point, right? Like you give them 3 or 4 seconds, you can get your meta back out choke. You've got buffs back at that point. You've got arrows that can happen at that point. Just needs to be, if you're not going to win the slow fights, you just need to make the quick fight happen and hope for the best. I feel like.
Yeah. I also noticed Ascent Link isn't really building on their last holds. Maybe they could like have a soldier, like, because they always have a gun and a pyro. But maybe Ash, like, they put Ash on NG and like Patty builds up an Uber or something. Just like, they're just at such a big disadvantage all the time that like even if they kite perfectly, they'll still have like maybe 80% Uber and it just won't matter.
Although I don't know, it's definitely true. I mean, obviously, like if you get Uber, that's how you win fights in this game. You become invulnerable. On the other hand, though, like Gully Wash really is like, I feel like if you're gonna pick a map that's hard to push in, like if it's easy to just have like silly off classes totally stuff an Uber, I feel like Gully Wash is one of the strongest last points for that to be effective as a defender. So
Yeah.
it's weird to me that like even when Ascent got stuffed by that pyro, they wound up winning those last fights. They're like,
Yeah.
That last one in particular, Ski, like both the pyro and I can't remember which soldier it was, but there was 2 players kiting into spawn while Skis was dying on the other side of the point. Like, why was Skis not the furthest back player? Why was the pyro surviving the Uber in the first place? Shouldn't be happening. I don't know.
Okay, let's see if they're ready to maybe get a round off the board.
Yeah, second half already.
Yeah.
3-1 for Ascent, coming into this 4th mid now. Stock going to be just a tad faster, putting some spam into the big door. Very slow. Ash is trying to contest under the point while Laz comes up, the red drop down. A lot of damage coming across point. Botmo down in less than half HP as Ash goes for the flank play, but Jay is there to meet him, take him out very quickly. Laz and Slemnish now on the flank, gonna bring Stock very low, and gonna bring Ninja Nick down to about half HP as well. Lots of frags for Ascent again as they get across the point a little bit faster. Yeah, you're gonna have to fight this 1v1 with Patty. Patty finding a nice little melee kill. Not much of a consolation, but I'm sure it makes Patty feel better about this mid.
And yeah, another wipe out of Not Interested. And they're back on their last Ninja Nick delaying his death really late too. So it's gonna be it's already full Uber ad for the Ascent team. There's
4th mid in a row.
Yeah. I don't know what they have up their sleeve right now. Patty on Pyro, Corso on Engineer.
Yeah, and it's exactly this is exactly the same defense that we've seen the last couple rounds too. So maybe this time it'll work. We do have some poking and prodding. They peek River really quick before rotating back to Shutter, bringing the Uber directly into the guns. Ninja Nick is absolutely caught out. We just have to land a shot or two here before this is another point for Ascent. Ninja Nick going down first, but Jay is getting traded out. Lots of non-interested players going down with the lack of the heals. We got Laz up behind the point, putting some spam down, but Ascent has melted thanks to this heavy in the meantime. Trying to get in close, but could not quite do it. We have Slimish underneath the point. It's going to be very close. These spawns are about to come up. No way.
That was almost, but they didn't keep track of Slimish in water. He just gets the free kill on the heavy, and even though the heavy did take him down low, bot mode was still alive, so the stock had to split his attention, and there's just nothing he could have done.
I mean, I think it stems back to the beginning of that fight, though. Ninja Nick getting caught out on that Uber yet again. Not able to cut out into spawn. Stock now very low on this mid as the soldier aggression from Ascent, very distracting. Getting underneath the point now as they come back across. Lots of the heals coming up for Ascent, but no frags just yet. Laz gonna try to go for another aggressive play, but getting forced onto the ground and taking a rocket to the face is not gonna help him in that regard. Ascent looking like they might actually lose this mid as the combo is left choked.
Yeah, they're sent down 3 players, not interested take their first mid of the match in what it's match point for Ascent. They're over chasing though and eating a lot of damage. Ascent used into them and choke. Ninja Nick only at 90% Uber. Ash going down to bot mode out of Ascent's Uber. Slimish getting stock. Laz getting Corsa. But they do manage to keep their Uber and don't have to use yet. Slimish trying to get in bot mode, bombing the choke and getting Kryptonite. It was a nice kill, but Patty's still alive and not interested is gonna get their forwards here, everyone except Kryptonite. And looks like they're gonna take their Uber in through choke.
They're back in, yeah. They haven't even had to pop just yet. I'm not totally clear on how Ascent knew they had Uberad earlier, but it's going to wind up being a big Uberad for not interested this time. Laz goes in for the sack play and is going to get the Uber off all the way back in the opposing choke. So yeah, Skis wasn't even close to getting pressured there. He's all the way about through choke. They have Jay actually in through drop down now, totally unseen. They've actually got 2 players in the flank. Oh no, not interested in melting. It's 3v4 now. They're trying to back out their choke, but they're getting sandwiched by Yite and the rest of their crew. Can they make it out? Yeah, Yite is putting some pistols down, Kryptonite bombing to make some extra space, and Course is going to link up from spawn. But Ascent's still in this chase. They're sending the soldiers in.
They might make it out here. They're all the way. There's not a lot of pressure on Nick right now, which is really good. Uber does come out. Yeah, thanks for that. Uber does come out of Ascent. They're Nick is still alive and has very little pressure on him. Nick meeting up with Corsa here and trying to give him some heals. Oh, there goes Nick down to the combined bomb from Laz and Slimish playing in secret. Slimish going down, almost a wipe out of Ascent, but Nick did go down. Skis will have about 20% Uberad. Yeah, Nick spawning up right now, and he does have a player to heal. Actually, he doesn't have a player to heal. This is a big mistake.
This is wound up working out for Ascent, but if they just waited for a split second, I think they could have made that push work. They just went into the Uber. Ooh, they're still fighting on
Oh, Slimish headshot on the stock. I was waiting for you to finish talking, but I didn't even get the chance. Yeah. Not interested. Down 3 players. Slimish peeking main. Will he get a second kill on this Life of Sniper? Kryptonite spawning up now. Corsa getting the kill on the Slimish. Pretty important pick here. The Sniper can do a lot of work, and it doesn't matter.
That's the game. I don't know why Not Interested thought it'd be a good idea to push out from last on a 2 when they were already at a Uber disadvantage. But they're gonna get eaten as they try. I mean, you try to walk through those choke points. Attacking is hard in this game. They feed on 2. They have 3 players to defend last, and I don't know if they just gave up or what. But that's the game. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, that was definitely not the match I was expecting, to say the least.
No, I thought it was gonna at least be close.
Yeah, I was expecting Ascent to win, but
yeah,
I wasn't expecting such a dominating performance. Let's have a look at these logs here. What did we get out of these logs? We see that Slimish went 18-4 and had the logs are doubled, so it says 938 DPM, but
That's
it's
still going to be 450.
Yeah,
that's still ridiculous.
Yeah.
Slemnish, apparently you were right. Best scout player in this game at the very least.
Yeah, nobody on only one person, Patty, on not interested, breaking 10 kills. He went 12 and 10. Everybody else had sub 10. Corsa 9 and 9. Stock 6 and 11. Kryptonite and Ash getting a combined 5 kills.
I mean, I feel like Ascent really outclassed Not Interested all the way across the board. I mean, from just straight up DM fights, I mean, what I was talking about earlier, where they had those opportunities to defend last with the off classes. They had time to build a level 3 gun. They had the pyro actually catching Ubers, and they'd still lose the fight just because they weren't. I don't know if they just weren't hitting the same shots or what. But they would lose these team DM fights. And then even on whoever was main calling, I don't know if it just fell apart at the end there, but there were definitely a couple of questionable decisions coming out, which added up to a very, very quick game.
Yeah, it was the skis only dying twice the entire match. It's very important compared to Ninja Nick's 10. Like, I'm pretty sure Ninja Nick died at least every mid.
I think you're right. He survived the last one. They won the very last mid. I think he survived that. But yeah, the first 4 mids was just Ninja Nick died, skis survived. That was the whole round 4 times in a row. So wait, is Froyo still playing, or is everything already over?
Did we? Oh, we've.
Nice.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so STV. I can check the
logs. STV was broken. Sorry, guys.
Oh, that match is still live. Yeah, it's 3-0 Froyo. It's because it's Viaduct, so it's taking longer. They have to play out full rounds and stuff.
But it's still STV broken, so
yeah.
Man, I thought for sure we'd at least last longer than that.
No.
Sorry, everybody.
It's because we had they had the advantage of Viaduct, you know?
It's true. It's got to be at least a 15-minute game.
Thank you. Plus a halftime? No, it's at least, yeah, it is 15, actually. I'm bad at math.
Yeah.
The Ford Gaming versus Excellent Theory of Dunk match is also still going on. So we actually surprisingly casted the fastest match of the night between like the team's 2nd and 3rd seed, or like the 2nd and 4th.
Well, and it really is disappointing because I do feel like if this game had been close, it would have been a really fun sign of like. I feel like for a long time, Invite has had a very spread field where the top 2 or 3 teams are just miles ahead of everything below them. I was hoping to see this game be close, just to kind of indicate that the field is closing a little bit, but very clearly there's a very wide gap still there. So
it's a sign of how powerful sticking together for a couple seasons is.
That's true. That's very true.
But yeah, any final comments?
No, I mean, yeah. I don't think there's a whole lot more to pull out of that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame, but
it's not all the substance to that game, to say the least. But yeah, I guess on that note, I've been Boxcar. My partner here has been Maris. This match was produced by Looster200. You can follow us on Twitter at TFTV and check out the website. And yeah, be sure to watch
teamfortress.tv.
Yeah. It's tf.gg, teamfortress.tv. Be sure to watch the restreamed match this upcoming weekend, I believe. Elevate vs Madmen. That match is it's already happened, but it's a lot better than this one.
Wow, just really cool. Cool.
But I think I've talked enough. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night.
GG's. Thanks, everybody.